This is Dominican Dynamite Marti Belle, and you're watching CCW Alive.
CCW fans, welcome to episode 44 of CCW Alive. We're going to go right back to Summer Glory this week as we take another look at the hottest event of the summer from mid-June in the Extreme Action Park in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're going to take a look at the CCW Heavyweight Championship match tonight as El Jefe Santos goes one-on-one with the American Wolf, Davey Richards. Also, we're going to see a major clash for the CCW Southeastern Championship. It's what kicked it all off back in June at the Extreme Action Park for Summer Glory. It was the mother lover Jake Tucker taking on the CCW Southeastern Champion, Jackal Stevens. It all went down back in June. Now let's take a look at two of those action-packed title matches from Summer Glory.
Look at Jackal Stevens. What in the name of Sam Hill is he doing?
Always stepping out of the box is Jackal Stevens. Bell sounds, we're underway. Opening contest tonight here at Summer Glory. The CCW Southeastern Championship is on the line. Jackal Stevens defending against Jake Tucker. Referee Walter Ryan assigned to this contest. We know Jackal Stevens' buddies later on in American Horror Story, Agony, and Alex Ocean will be competing for the tag team titles. Looking to go 2 for 2 tonight and securing championships here is American Horror Story.
Absolutely, and Jackal Stevens is going to have eyes in the back of his head. I'm not sure if Anthony Nicotine is in the building, but if he is, it wouldn't surprise me if he buzzed into this match.
A big fight feel here tonight in Fort Lauderdale as the CCW schedule continues to grow. This is the one everyone has been circling on the calendar for quite some time. As Tucker and Stevens here in the feeling out process, both men trying to find a way to gain an early advantage here as they lock up right in the center of the ring. Tucker may have a little bit more strength and size than Jackal Stevens. Stevens, of course, does have the crowd support. As Tucker grabs a waist lock here, and Stevens gonna try to jig his way out of this one. And the standing switch nicely done by the Southeastern champion.
Jackal Stevens very well versed in scientific wrestling. Up against anybody, and a nice right fence drop there.
That one ringed all throughout the Extreme Action Park. And Jackal Stevens going to work here on the mother lover.
When, just as I said, he's a scientific wrestler, he goes back to the well and shows he's versatile. He can brawl, he can wrestle, you name it.
That's a great point there, Dan. That's one of the reasons that Jackal Stevens has kept that championship around his waist. He can attack any style he's in the ring with. As he takes Jake Tucker face first right into the turnbuckle in front of us here.
It's right to the rib cage.
And a back kick right to the esophagus. As Stevens continues to go to work here, big time European uppercut. Stinging Jake Tucker right there, has him backed against the ropes. The Irish here reversed by the challenger. And Jackal Stevens picks him up and spine busters him down. He's going right to work on the challenger.
Well, Jackal Stevens is as aggressive as I've ever seen him. Tucker doesn't know what to do.
Stevens knew he would need to bring his A game tonight to Fort Lauderdale. That's exactly what he's doing, setting the pace here on tonight's Summer Glory event. A lot of pressure when you're in the opening bout sometimes, especially in this high stakes of an affair. As Tucker finds a bit of an opening right there, drops Stevens first across that top rope and levels him with that lariat.
Blake, he almost took his head off with that one.
Indeed he did, as Jackal Stevens is down. Let's see if the mother lover can capitalize here. A series of right hands to the side of the head of Jackal Stevens as Jake Tucker taking things up a notch here.
Referee warning about the closed fist. Tucker doesn't seem to care.
And now Jake Tucker's going to pick up the pace a bit on the offensive end. As Stevens backed into the corner, throwing those shoulders right to the midsection now is the mother lover. Adding insult to injury there with a few hip gyrations as well. And Tucker with the spear right out of the corner. And Jake Tucker continues on the attack. And the basement drop kick sends Stevens down, hooks the outside leg. We may have a new champion, but that only gets 2.
Referee out of position in that one. Jackal Stevens now trying to make his way back to his feet as Tucker turns his back to the champ, and that's a mistake, Blake.
And Stevens finds an opening there as Jake Tucker was looking out to all the moms in the front row here in Fort Lauderdale. And now Jackal sends Tucker for a ride and catches him with a high knee right in the jaw. This could do it, Dan. Here we go. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2. A near fall for Jackal Stevens.
Beautiful standing drop kick, caught him right in the mush.
And that's the athleticism on full display right there of Jake Tucker. He may not be a 6-tool player like Anthony Katina, but he's certainly very well put together. And you have to give a hand to the trainers at that Jacobs Pritchard Academy for getting him in fine condition to compete each and every weekend all up and down the East Coast.
Backbreaker, nicely done. Hoisting him back up, Blake. And Tucker is in control.
Just dumps Jackal Stevens right now, whether you like him or not. The mother lover Jake Tucker moving closer and closer to putting himself in position to secure that Southeastern Championship.
But one thing I don't understand is him not capitalizing immediately and going for the pin. He spent a lot of time separated from Jackal Stevens and now going after him in a nice slingshot, and Jackal finds himself in a very precarious position, hanging from the ropes and now out to the floor here at the Extreme Action Park.
And you see that slingshot, that bottom rope caught Jackal Stevens right across the throat. That's cable pasted rubber. Certainly could cause some friction and burns right there across the esophagus as Stevens is going to trip up Jake Tucker on the ring apron. That's the hardest part of the ring, Dan. The slingshot senton from the outside in. Can the champion capitalize? Hooks the outside like 1, 2. And
so close.
Jackal Stevens gets a 2 count, but the tide has swung back towards the champion's advantage.
But both men the worse for wear as Tucker trying to make his way back to his feet, as is Jackal Stevens.
And Jake Tucker now. A series of forearms right to Jackal Stevens as the champion trying to fight from underneath here. The fatigue of this week's body of work might start to set in here for Jackal Stevens. Remember, he defended that title on Tuesday in our main event on CCW Live. He competed last night, and here we are again tonight against Jake Tucker.
Tucker running into elbow, Jackal Stevens to the top rope. He don't spend much time in the high rim district. He paid the price for it.
And Stevens, unaware that Jake Tucker popped right back to his feet. The mother lover here has an opening. Hooks the leg too. And that cocky cover might have cost him there, Dan.
It may very well have. And again, that's one thing I just don't understand of these younger guys. The name of the game is winning the match. And he's got to do everything he can to do that. Giving him too much time to recover is a big mistake in my book, especially with a guy like Jackal Stevens with a title on the line.
In the biggest match of Jake Tucker's career, he has an opportunity to secure the Southeastern Championship. He's pushing the champion right to the brink here. And Jackal Stevens goes for the springboard. It looks like both men connected with a kick simultaneously. The champion is down. The challenger is down. Our opening contest, the CCW Southeastern Championship, hanging in the balance here in Fort Lauderdale.
Referee up to a 3 count, now a 4 as Tucker, come on referee, way out of position. He was just not paying attention, Blake.
And Walter Ryan finally drops down for the cover, but that 2 or 3 seconds, Dan, appeared to be the difference.
Well, if I was Jake Tucker, I'd be awfully angry at the referee right now. But he's going right back to work on Jackal Stevens.
He needs to stay,
that belt.
Indeed, he needs to stay focused on the task at hand here. He can pick up a gripe at the office in CCW after the match. But right now, he has Jackal Stevens in position to possibly close the door here. As the mother lover has Stevens in the corner, the Irish hook to the far side, buckle. And the shotgun kick out of the corner stuns the mother lover. Now Jackal Stevens, the inverted atomic drop. That might ruin the after party for the challenger. Here we go, scoop slam. And Stevens now is gonna connect. That springboard somersault. Right on to Jake Tucker, here we go, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 2.5.
My goodness gracious, referee Walter Ryan again slow to get to the count, Blake.
Both the champion and challenger might have a bit of a gripe here with the officiating, but nonetheless, our opening bout will continue. As Jackal Stevens back to a vertical base here, trying to finish off Jake Tucker with the mother lover. To his credit, continues to fight.
He gave him just a little too much time to recover.
Puts him in position. He connects with the go to sleep. I don't know if he got all of it, but Stevens is certainly stunned. Jackal Stevens might have been playing possum here. Okada roll attempt. 2, 3, and that's gonna do it.
He caught him with a go to sleep Blake, but it wasn't enough. I don't think he got all of it, as you said.
Back and forth affair, a really great way to set the pace here tonight at Summer Glory. Have to give credit where credit is due to Jake Tucker. He pushed the champion to the break, but Jackal Stevens found a way with that Okada roll and secured the victory and kept the title around his waist.
Absolutely, and now it's celebration time, and this I love to see. Jackal Stevens and the Jackal Dance.
Boca Stone Design, from fabrication to installation of natural stone and quartz. Sick of seeing the same old kitchen? Revamp with us. Call us today or check us out online at bocastonedesign.com.
Right there. Hey, look at that, huh? Oh, you want to throw my rose back? You want to throw my rose back? Have that, honey. You can't even handle it.
Jake Paul. I'm your biggest fan. Guess what? You're gay.
Kiss my ass.
Big cut his teeth, but he's now an international star and really looking to make a name for himself here in the Southeast.
Absolutely, and again, he was incredibly impressive last night at Wynwood White District, but he did lose that gold to one Ariel Levy, and I'm sure he's going to be looking to get it back in the very near future here in Coastal Championship Wrestling.
A very impressive entrance here for Rayo. With this, from what I understand, that mask is a bit of an artifact. Has a lot of rich history there in his culture.
I believe it's an Aztec artifact.
As Rayo here looking to win over the fans of CCW. And we know the King of Flight certainly has his fans in the house. As this one you have to expect will certainly take to the air.
Senior official referee Bruce Owens on the call, and this should be a great matchup, Blake. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see who comes out on top. My money is on the King of Flight.
The King of Flight certainly the proverbial clubhouse favorite, but Rayo, after last night's impressive performance, very well could pull off the upset. This is certainly one where you're going to want to sit back, fasten your seatbelt, because we're going to be in for a wild ride over the next 10-15 minutes. As Rayo gets the better of Will Austin, right out of the gate with that side headlock is an escape there. You have to imagine this one's going to be very evenly contested, Dan.
Absolutely, I think we're going to see a great display of scientific wrestling. At least I hope so. I love that style, and it looks like both men very well versed as Rayo in control now with the arm.
Rayo started training with future stars like the Velveteen Dream and Leo Rush up in Maryland Championship Wrestling area, and has really broken out over the last year or two. Amidst the pandemic, he's found himself on a higher plane than he did a couple of years ago, and now really looking to prove himself here in CCW.
Well, he's certainly off to a right start to do that, and a victory over the King of Flight is going to be right up in contention for a CCW title.
Let's see if he can ground the King of Flight here, trying to stay one step ahead of Will Austin, but it's going to be very difficult to do that as you see the speed and quickness right there of Will Austin.
Just unbelievable athleticism. I'm so impressed by King of Flight, Will Austin. I love to see him in the ring. He is just fun to watch.
Certainly one of the top homegrown talents here in CCW. Really looking to take his game to the next level throughout the summer months as the schedule continues to grow for Coastal Championship Wrestling. Will Austin looking to headline events all throughout the state here coming up.
Right now, I think he'll be looking for a bowl of soup tomorrow as his forearms connected hard with the jaw.
As Rayo here in control in the opening couple of minutes here. Irish whip. Austin's going to turn him inside out. Backs him against the ropes. Sends him for a ride. Does Will Austin. Ducks underneath the clothesline off the ropes. He goes and snaps off a Hurricane Rana. Sends Rayo right to the floor. And the picture-perfect drop kick right to the kisser. Grounds Rayo. And the King of Flight in control right here.
Blake, I think the King of Flight's biggest problem is his ego. He's very, very impressed with him. And he has every right to be, but I think that could come to his detriment many times.
Indeed, as we go south of the border right there with that Mexican arm drag by Will Austin. Now he's going to follow Rayo into the corner. Might have made a mistake by hesitating. And catches him there with that step-up enziguri. Creates a bit of separation here. Rayo's going to come in. Will Austin evades his challenger. And Rayo, with a bit of a snake eyes, drops him face first. He's going to do it one more time. And consecutive snake eyes by Rayo puts the King of Flight right down.
And he caught him well with the second one. The first one, a glancing blow. The second one, put him flat on the mat. And now Rayo going to work.
He found an opening and has grounded this flight here as Rayo. And now let's see what he can do as he's in control on the offensive end. And Rayo tries to keep both shoulders down, only two. And Rayo here methodically picking apart Will Austin, and you can see that very quick shift of gears, go from essentially fifth gear all the way to the first gear, and Rayo really slowing down the pace right now.
He is, and I guess my call of being a scientific match is out the window as Rayo being much...
Oh, Rayo, he might have just knocked him out Alex Ocean style.
Being incredibly aggressive with those hard forearm blows, and if you saw Will Austin's legs were bending back underneath him, he could have easily torn a ligament in his knees.
Certainly a very precarious position for the King of Flight right there, as Rayo has been a fireman's carry. Will Austin able to escape. Rayo charges in, and Rayo gets hung up on that top rope, finds himself on the apron, and now Will Austin knocks him to the floor, and now the King of Flight feeling right at home. Keep your eyes on Will Austin. Oh, he goes for the tope suicida, and Rayo catches him with a kick right to the side of the head.
He could have knocked him out cold, but no, Will Austin getting back to his feet. Again, his resilience is tremendous, but Rayo setting up an improved wow, he punted him right in the chest.
And we know in his past, Rayo has been a soccer player on a semi-professional level. He nearly kicked Will Austin in the fourth row.
Rayo showing a mean streak that I didn't see last night, and it could be doing him some favors in this match.
Two completely different matches from one night to the next with Ariel Levy and now Will Austin. And Austin slips that shoulder up at about 1.5, so a little bit of life still remains in the King of Flight. And Rayo now goes to the opposite side. Here on the floor.
Austin firing back now.
And if either man wants the 1, 2, 3, it's got to be done inside the ring. Irish whip, he reversed, and Will Austin right into the steel guardrail. Really getting your money's worth with a front row ticket here tonight. And Rayo going to send Austin in, and that might have collapsed part of the barricade. Almost felt like I was down to Unbranded Brewing Company for a second. As Rayo's going to send Austin back on the inside. This could be a chance to close the door here for Rayo. Upset possibly on its way. Fails to hook the leg, and Dan, I think that was the difference.
Absolutely. Austin, I think he feels like he's wrestling Alex Ocean again.
As Will Austin stepped out of his comfort zone a bit to that series of matches with Alex Ocean. Now he's right back at home inside the squared circle against Rayo in a high-flying affair. Rayo taking too much time. Austin pops up. And a C4 from the top. That Spanish fly from all the way upstairs. Both men are down here, Dan.
Absolutely unbelievable. Just when you think you got Will Austin down, he pulls one out of his bag of tricks, and he's so dangerous for that very reason.
That seemed to be the opening the King of Flight was looking for. But now, does he have enough left in him to capitalize? As both men here, exchanging blows back and forth, tooth and nail, right in the center of the ring, as each man tries to get back to a vertical base. Austin and Rayo, big time strikes, exchange right in the ring. Here we go, and Austin goes for the Irish whip, reversed by Rayo. Rayo tries to follow him in. Austin stays one step ahead. There's a clothesline. One more time. Will Austin here trying to pick up the pace. Catches him with a big kick.
Austin now.
And he tries to charge in on Rayo.
Goodness gracious.
And he goes over the top, misses the apron all the way down to the arena floor here, Dan.
I can't see it from my vantage point, but I'll be shocked. And there it is. I was just about to say I'd be shocked if he's getting to his feet. And Will Austin back to his feet.
Has this one well scouted. He already saw it coming a few minutes ago on the opposite side of the ring. And now Will Austin has grounded Rayo yet again. The King of Flight. Lift off. As he takes to the air with a tope con hilo to the outside.
Will Austin just rearranging the furniture here at the Extreme Action Park. Our fans in the front row certainly getting more than their money's worth.
And this is only match number 2, folks. Still a lot of big-time action left to come. But we knew Will Austin and Rayo would certainly take things up a notch, and they have failed to disappoint here tonight in Fort Lauderdale. As Rayo, down in the center of the ring in a supine position. Will Austin, he goes to the high red district. He's right at home here, Dan. Oh, forget about it. The twisting splash, too. Oh my God, I can't believe it, Blake. And Rayo, the desperation effort. He pops up, barely got the shoulder up. As you can take a look on Will Austin's face, he's in complete shock.
As am I. Unbelievable. What tremendous second effort by Rayo. Unreal.
Will Austin pleading with senior official Bruce Owens saying it's 2 or 3. Bruce saying it's 2. But now Will Austin has to realize this match is continuing. And he needs to go back to the drawing board here.
If that didn't put him away, what could?
I don't know how many pages are left in that playbook of Will Austin. But he's going to need to dig a little bit deeper here. As Rayo may be out on his feet, Will Austin, had him in a double underhook. Rayo reverses. He's got him, fireman's carry position. And Rayo, that Death Valley driver bomb.
Not enough though, Blake.
And Will Austin and Rayo exchanging near falls here. Neither man can put the other away.
What a tremendous encounter, more than I even expected, Blake.
These two exceeding expectations here tonight. Rayo delivering an incredible performance in his second CCW bout. Rayo here goes for a big kick. Will Austin saw it coming. Goes for the springboard cutter. Well scouted by Rayo. Rayo's got him here. It connects there with the Canadian Destroyer. Will Austin is down. Rayo here goes for a big kick. This could do it. Upset City 1, 2. Unreal. Unreal. I have no idea how he was able to slip that shoulder up, but somehow the King of Flight remains alive.
The fact that he's not out cold from that punt is just beyond belief, and Rayo showing his frustration.
As Rayo, we talked about what does Austin have left. What can Rayo possibly have left? Oh, big kick right to the side of the head. Austin might be out here on his feet. As Rayo's got him up once again, fireman's carry position. Looked like he was going for another DVD bomb or possibly an Ushigurushi. With that springboard cutter, Austin's got him. Now here we go. And that double underhook driver, 2, 3, and the King of Flight flies right out of Fort Lauderdale with the win.
Unbelievable. What a tremendous match and a hard-earned victory by the King of Flight, Will Austin.
Neither man coming into this matchup 100%, but Will Austin finds a way to get the victory and gets by Rayo and moves yet another rung up the ladder here in Coastal Championship Wrestling.
But wait, at what price? At what price?
Will Austin consistently puts his body on the line here in CCW. At some point, it might be too much, but the adrenaline has taken over once again. And you have to ask Dan, what's next for Will Austin? Because you have to imagine it could be a championship in his future.
Hey CCW fans, Minutes to the Bell Time is your one-stop shop for pro wrestling news and information. Stay up to date with the daily wrestling news show, the Body Slam Brigade newsletter, and check out our social media for daily updates. Find out more by following Minutes to the Bell Time on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
This is the Dakota Clutch Royce Adams, and you're watching CCW Alive Wrestling.
Within 24 hours, regained the championship.
Making him a 4-time champion.
Indeed it is, and from what I understand, that is the most reigns in CCW history. And also showing, though, that Santos is vulnerable. Pretty split here in Fort Lauderdale. Here in Fort Lauderdale.
This is going to be a tough title defense for El Jefe.
You hear some chants for Santos, you hear some chants for Davey Richards. Bell sounds be underway. CCW heavyweight title on the line. El Jefe Santos defending against the American Wolf Davey Richards. Referee Chris Costa assigned to this contest. And Dan, this one's certainly looking to live up to its headline billing.
Absolutely, and referee Christopher Costa is going to have to be on his toes for both these men. Incredibly quick and incredibly powerful.
Santos backs Richards here in the corner, right in front of us. He has 5 seconds to break. Very aggressive collar and elbow tie-up by the champion. Trying to send a message to his challenger right out of the gate. Santos does have the size advantage. You have to think probably the strength advantage as well, but the experience certainly lies with Davey Richards.
Absolutely, Santos really well put together. Lean and mean. He kept himself in tremendous shape throughout the pandemic and beyond.
Davey Richards, of course, has taken some time off in recent years, going to paramedic school. But we we've seen him back in the mix in recent weeks.
That time off hasn't cost him a step at all, showing tremendous ability.
And of course does have that muscle memory. It is somewhat like riding a bike, but you're afforded very few chances to get back into the mix when you're against a man like El Jefe Santos. Still the feeling out process here between these two. And it seems like these fans, they're here for Santos.
Santos wants to test his strength. I think he knows in his head that he's got the size advantage and the strength advantage. He's going to try and put that to use right now.
And looks like the American Wolf will oblige. And a test of strength right in the center of the ring. And this one is going to be tough for Richards to win just based on the sheer size of Santos. Has a good 5-6 inches on him. As Richards trying to work his way to his feet. Santos shifting his weight there to keep Richards grounded. And now we're back up to our feet here.
And predictably, Santos, the strength of Adam, Davey Richards, with a beautiful maneuver rolling back and completely changing the leverage. And now Santos going down to a knee. Davey Richards showing the experience.
Once again, a beautiful reversal there by the American Wolf. Grabs a side headlock here on the CCW heavyweight champion. Santos backs him in the rope, sends him for a ride. And Richards, like running into a brick wall, not going to move the champ that easily. As Richards here going to give it another go. Off the ropes, Richards goes, and he staggers back into the ropes. Now the frustration starting to set in for the challenger.
Santos better be careful. He doesn't want to roll him into a false sense of security. Richards has got plenty of tricks in the bag, and Santos better beware.
And Santos now off the ropes he goes. Big frog attempt by the American Wolf. Santos off the ropes. And a picture-perfect drop kick right to the kisser. Beautifully done by Davey Richards. But Santos barely phased, comes back with the shoulder tackle, sending Richards to the floor right next to us here, Dan. And Richards appears to be a bit stunned. And El Jefe comes outside on the attack. And El Jefe working his way all around the ringside area here against Davey Richards.
Right up against the guardrail with a knife edge chop. Davey Richards escapes back into the ring.
Those chops ringing all throughout the Extreme Action Park here. Capacity crowd on hand, continuing to fill in even up to our semi-main event. And Richards and Santos here, right outside the ring. Look at the series of kicks here by Richards trying to light up Santos. And El Jefe comes right back with a big chop of his own.
Richards reeling now. Santos back in after him, the boot to the midsection.
Here we go, Irish whip. And Richards with the springboard. Right into El Jefe. And he dumps him with that side slam.
Again, Santos showing tremendous strength, catching him in midair, slamming him down. Richards out of the way of the knee drop, and that could spell trouble for Santos.
Santos here might have damaged his wheel a bit as Davey Richards gonna put him in position and just put some torque on that knee. And you can see the veteran right there in Davey Richards finds the injury and really looks to exploit the opening.
Yeah, Santos in serious trouble now. That left leg is much the worse for wear, and like a pit bull, Davey Richards is going to be all over it.
The proverbial shark smelling blood in the water right here is Davey Richards. As a leg lock applied and turns it around, beautifully done. Look at those very swift movements of the American Wolf. As Davey Richards now
looking for the bow and arrow type maneuver. He's got Santos in a roll of hurt right now, turning him over. He has the pin.
Innovative offense there by the American Wolf into that pinning combination. And if you've not seen Davey Richards compete in a couple of years, Dan, he certainly has not lost a step.
Not at all, Blake, not at all. And he's all over Santos now. Santos retreated to the corner, trying to get some separation, but Davey Richards is all over him.
And Davey now looks to continue on the attack. Santos, of course, coming into this bout with an inherent champion's advantage. Is any kind of disqualification or count out, keep the title around his waist. You can see the effects on that left knee. And Santos comes in for the leg drop. And Davey Richards moves out of the way and then goes right back on the attack. And now he's going to cinch it in right in the center of the ring. Figure 4 leg lock applied. And Santos doesn't really have anywhere to go here, Dan.
No, sir, that title is in jeopardy. He's got that leg lock well applied. Santos is in trouble. Shoulders down to the mat for a moment, raises it back up. But Davey Richards is square in the center of the ring, and wrapped in a figure 4 leg lock is El Jefe. El Jefe now trying to roll over and change the pressure onto the pelvis of Davey Richards, and he's successful in doing so. Davey Richards now is in trouble, Blake.
Nice reversal by Santos as Richards finds the ropes. Great ring awareness there by the challenger. As Santos now, who had damage done to his left leg earlier on in this match, now having issues with his right leg. And Davey Richards might have Santos exactly right where he wants him.
Tremendous boots first to the chest, then back to the leg.
Lightning quick kicks there by Davey Richards. Looking to go right back on the attack here. In the center of the ring, could be setting him up for a suplex. Santos putting on the brakes. El Jefe looking at a reverse course here.
Blake, I think he was possibly going for that brainbuster, that finishing maneuver of his. And now they're exchanging forearm blows, though.
That looked like exactly what he was setting him up for. As El Jefe looking to get back into this bout here. Big blow right to Davey Richards. And Richards comes back with a big kick of his own, grounding the larger Santos. And now Richards, a big forearm shot. And a back leg round kick right to the midsection. Here we go. And Richards with a forearm right on the ropes. Santos. And there's the clothesline exploding off the ropes. Here we go. And Richards looks to pick the leg as Santos in the ropes. And he uses the ropes to grab some leverage. Get himself sturdy and connects with that enziguri.
Beautifully done by Santos. Santos trying to capitalize now, but he's still staggering on that leg.
And Santos with the Irish whip here to the far side corner right in front of us here. And Richards grabs that left leg of Santos. He puts it right in between the top and middle rope and a dragon screw leg whip. There could be serious damage done to the leg there of Santos. He may have just torn some ligaments in El Jefe. As Davey Richards, he's going upstairs here. And the howl of the American Wolf as he's all the way up top. He lands on his feet. El Jefe into the corner. He moves out of the way. Reverse neck breaker. Richards is down. Can El Jefe make the cover? The champion's on top, too. And Richards kicks out.
So close, and Santos showing tremendous resilience. Just when you thought he was down, he came back. The beautiful neck breaker, and now both men down in the center of the ring as the referee administers the count.
This crowd here is starting to rally. Split evenly down the middle. Support for both the champion and challenger here. Santos continuing to feel issues in his left knee.
That leg is clearly giving him problems still, Blake.
And El Jefe might be looking to shut the door here in powerbomb position. Richards puts on the brakes. Santos, sunset flip position as Richards trying to fight free. Can he escape? He jumps up and then double stop right to the midsection. Here we go, 1, 2, and Santos somehow escapes.
So close. He caught him square in the solar plexus with that double boot, and I'm shocked Santos was able to kick out.
As Davey Richards here,
possibly showing signs of frustration is Davey Richards.
Has to dig a little bit deeper inside of himself and figure out what he has to do to dispatch Santos. El Jefe is the champion for a reason. As Davey Richards now Trying to hook that suplex and go for another brainbuster attempt, but Santos, doing so much tape study in preparation for this bout, knew exactly what was coming. As Richards trying to reverse course here. He's going to perch Santos up on that top turnbuckle. Very high-risk maneuver on its way.
And again, going to work on that leg as he's set up on the top rope.
And Davey Richards has Santos in position.
3 successive forearm blows right to the side of the neck.
And what's Richards going to do here? He's got him. Overhead release, super belly-to-belly suplex. Unreal maneuver there by Davey Richards. Here's the cover. 2, 3, go!
God, I thought we had a new champion, Blake. And he's right back to the leg. Tenacious as ever is Davey Richards.
Chris Costa's hand was about to smack the mat for a 3rd time, but somehow, someway, El Jefe is able to kick out, and Richards now with that ankle lock applied right in the center of the ring. Santos rolls through, sends Richard to the floor. El Jefe just created a bit of separation. And now Santos struggling to his feet here, Dan.
He's struggling to keep his feet, Blake. That knee is giving him more problems than I have expected. But the recovery could have him here. He just got to cover him. There it is. Referee in position.
From the outside in 1, 2, 2.5.
I can't believe it. I thought he had him, Blake.
And the American Wolf, just as his gas light went to empty, he somehow is able to kick out. And Santos says that's going to be all. Could be time for some angel dust here. He's got him.
Will that knee support him, though, Blake?
Fireman scary position. Excellent point there, Dan. As Richards reverses it right into the ankle lock. We could be looking at a brand new CCW heavyweight champion. Santos in the center of the ring. He's got nowhere to go. He's about to tap out. He can barely hang on any longer. Damage done to both knees. Santos turns around. Oh, Richards with a big kick. Here we go. He's got him up. He got it. He got it. New champion.
Oh, my God. I raised the shoulder. I can't believe it. As tenacious as could be. And he's back to the ankle lock is Davey Richards.
He's not letting up. Davey Richards is not leaving Fort Lauderdale without the CCW Heavyweight Championship. Santos rolls through, feels the cover 2, 3, and Santos steals it.
I can't believe it. Santos with a tremendous maneuver. Rolling through. Unbelievable. Gets the 3 count.
Davey Richards had Santos exactly where he wanted him. Near fall after near tap out. After near fall after near tap out. Right on the cusp of victory was the American Wolf. But El Jefe found the opening he needed. He rolled through, held the cover, and 3 seconds later, Santos retains the championship and maybe the most hard-fought challenge he's ever faced.
Absolutely amazing win. A hard-fought and well-earned victory. El Jefe showing why he is at the top of the heap of Coastal Championship Wrestling.
Unbelievable showing here by not just the champion, but the challenger as well. Davey Richards will leave the Extreme Action Park a bit frustrated, but he can't be disappointed with his effort as he pushed El Jefe all the way to the brink.
Extending his hand for the show of good sportsmanship. El Jefe accepts, and that is what I love to see, Blake, here at CCW.
So a match worthy, again, of a main event anywhere in the country. El Jefe retains his championship and he'll live at least another day. The CCW Heavyweight Champion.
And ladies and gentlemen, with what you saw right there, that is the reason why Summer Glory is always discussed as the biggest event on the CCW calendar. Action-packed championship bouts like we just saw. But the summer tour continues to roll. This coming Saturday, July 24th, it's Breakout 3 at the CCW Arena in Pompano Beach at 8 p.m. Bell time, and we have another action-packed card for you. As I discussed last week on our program, coming up in our main event, the mother lover Jake Tucker will return to in-ring competition here at CCW as he takes on the franchise Cha-Cha Charlie. That's all coming down this Saturday night. Also, Mr. Wrestling number 3, Blake Bowman, fresh off of a loss at Patriot Games to the Bus. He will take on Johnny Nova coming up this Saturday. Also, the Ripper, Tim Zbyszko, living up to that legacy of his father Larry Zbyszko, returns to CCW to take on Noah King in singles competition. Also, we saw at Patriot Games, Pistol Black picking up a big win in that Patriot Games Battle Royal. He has a huge test in front of him coming up this Saturday night in the form of Agony. With Dr. Eric Christopher in the house, who knows what the good doctor will be cooking up this weekend. Also, CCW Cruiserweight title is on the line. Cameron Stewart looks to challenge Chris Farrow, as Farrow's had a stranglehold over the Cruiserweight division. Cameron Stewart looking to really make an impact and become the second ever CCW Cruiserweight Champion. All of that plus much, much more. It's coming down this Saturday night at Breakout 3 in Pompano Beach. So, on behalf of CCW, that will do it for episode 44. But stay tuned this coming Saturday for CCW Breakout number 3. And next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it's episode 45 of CCW Alive.
I'm smarter than the average bear.